Back to Killing the Game. We've got some of the very best reactions to last night's Champions League games for you. One of maybe the craziest, most outlandish football content creator takes, I don't even know the word for it, that you have ever seen in your life involving the great Pele. Plus, we look at the new Arsenal agenda. What has it now moved on to? Squad depth, set piece goals, sustainability. What have the haters now moved on to after a perfect start to Champions League life? Plus, we're going to look at some bitter reactions as well. But do us a favor. And a big take on Cherki too. So make sure you stay tuned, like the stream, make sure you are subscribing, and hit that bell notification button. Let's start off here with my brother Hussam, who was watching Real Madrid versus City last night. Let's take a little look.
Vamos!
Why did he want City to beat Real Madrid? What was the motivation here?
I'm not going to over-celebrate City goals because I still think that they're scumbags and I hate them. But 2-1 City. Sack Alonso now. Get Alonso out my club. Sack him.
Is this about sack Alonso so Liverpool can get him? Is that what this is? Or is this the City Paul Brokeback Mountain bromance? What is it? Because this guy calls me out all the time for being happy that Arsenal might stop one of my biggest rivals within the league. The man's out here singing songs. Haaland.
Vamos!
Look at this bromance has got him doing. I want you to right now in the comments section spam Fraud Hussam. Don Fraud Hussam twerking for his rivals. I'd never.
At Real Madrid in the next couple of years.
A pissed Marcus.
Didn't miss that one. 2-1.
How pissed he is. I know the feeling. I hated seeing him score last night. No emotion.
Did Trossard get injured to playing at Real Madrid?
There is emotion and feeling there. It's just, it's smouldering, boiling anger. Let's look. We're going to do no sound. No sound. All right, penalty goes in now. And this is the reaction. Here we have a United fan who's in pure anger and rage mode as Man City take the lead at the Bernabeu. He can't bring himself to move. He's paralyzed with the rage he feels inside right now. This is the state of most Manchester United fans. Here is a small head wobble. Listen, I felt the same last night. I really wanted City to lose. I really, really did. But they are better than Real Madrid. And this City team is getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And that can't be denied. I think anybody denying that is actually genuinely deluding themselves. Another thing, though, in the summer, I got cooked for an opinion. And that opinion was that I felt that as good as I think Wirtz is, I think Wirtz is a brilliant player. I still think he's got more than enough time to turn it around at Liverpool. But my prediction was that Cherki to City would be a better deal. Not just pound for pound because it was cheaper, but would be the better player. I want to play you a clip that hasn't aged too well for my old mate Craig. Let's take a little look at this.
With Wirtz now. No, Cherki's nowhere. Cherki's not fit to lace up Florian Wirtz boots. If we wanted Cherki, he'd have been a Liverpool player because
they did go and see Cherki. Liverpool did go and have meetings to try and sign Cherki. They didn't pan out too good.
Was dying to join Liverpool. The comparisons are just ridiculous. Like, there's a reason one of them went for 30 odd million quid or whatever it was, and the other one went for 115. Because Wirtz is far the better player. Will be, has been, always will be, much, much the better player. I put him on the same level as Harvey Elliott in my mind. That's the level I put Cherki at. Not enough consistency either for me.
Oh, listen, we've all had those. We've all had those stinkers. Yeah, this man, he hasn't played as many games as he would have liked to yet, Cherki. But I think it's 6 assists and 3 goals in 15 games. So from an output perspective, 9 GA in 15 games. But let's put the GA aside because we can all see it that it's there. It's the artistry. It's the fluidity. It's the quality of play. And in fairness, he only missed 4 Premier League games with injury in the first 2 Champions League games, to be fair. But if you go back and watch him last night, some of the areas that he picked up the ball, the way he threads and he moves it, the opportunity, he didn't get any GA last night, but the opportunities he created, the lines that he broke, go back to the game against Sunderland at the weekend. The creativity was amazing. And I'm not even, yes, he gets an assist with a Rabona cross. And that stands out. But it's more than that. What Cherki is a genius player. And I think as he settles more and more in England, as he gets even more familiar with the City setup, plus he's only 22 years of age, only just turned 22. So much more to come from this man. Absolute superstar. As ever, though, look, I want your thoughts. I want your opinions. Can't wait to see them below.
I'm done.
It's all right,
the season's
babe.
done, guys. There's no point, man. There's no point at all. Real Madrid 1, Man City 2, and
do you think the season's done for Real Madrid? Genuine question, no messing. Do you think the season's done? Do you think the season's done? I'm giving you time to comment here by pausing. Or are we all being too harsh? I've seen Real Madrid fans at this point of the season want Ancelotti sacked and then go on to win Champions Leagues. Or are we talking about a different level of Real Madrid versus other top teams in Europe now?
We've just got to literally just say how it is. We got beaten by a very, very poor Manchester City. So poor, in fact, that we probably look the better team, but we still managed to lose. We still managed to lose, people. How on earth does that one work out? I've never seen anything like that in my life. We still managed to lose.
I love how it's like he's searching around his room for answers.
I'm just going to just curl into a ball and watch Tenerife or something because I cannot stand.
That's a new phrase. I'm not going to curl up into a ball and die. I'm going to curl up into a ball and watch Tenerife.
Watching this Real Madrid team anymore.
People still go on holiday to Tenerife. When I was a youngster, when I was a kid, Tenerife was like the place that me and all the other chavs went to.
They are horrendous.
Well, I didn't go there. We didn't have the money for it. We went Butlins in Bognor Regis, but you get my point.
They cannot finish their chances at all. Jude Bellingham had a gilt-edged opportunity. Gilt-edged opportunity. The guy skied it.
I will say, I thought that was the biggest problem that Real Madrid had last night, is that everybody was trying to be the star. Everybody was trying to be the match winner. Everybody was trying to do something spectacular to equalize and to win, as opposed to playing the right ball. Jude Bellingham had a fairly simple square pass. And I think it was Garcia in the middle. Tap in. Whoever it was, don't matter, tap in. Instead, he goes for an audacious chip that he gets wrong. The amount of times players are trying to whip it into the top corner from the edge of the box rather than cross it, not using the overlap. And the one thing I thought Alonso would help them bring in is a little bit more structure and a little bit more team play, where it is so teams need individual brilliance. And I'm an advocate for more individual brilliance being needed. But there are times where you've got to use your teammates. And individual brilliance doesn't just mean scoring screamers from the edge of the box. We've got to remove that reductionist view. Brilliance is going, I'm going to use the overlap here to create a simple cutback for a tap-in, rather than making a bad decision to try and score a screamer from 25 yards. Because the screamer from 25 yards, if it goes in, yes, is a moment of individual brilliance. But I'm talking about making the better decisions on a more regular basis. And they haven't got that in this Real Madrid setup. Now, they've got some really good players. There's no doubt about that. No one's denying they haven't. But I feel sorry for Alonso because he thrived by Leverkusen because the system gave him the platform, and then the players didn't have the arrogance where they utilized the system. So their moments of brilliance in that invincible season at Leverkusen was making the right decisions within the system. That's the moment of brilliance, the consistency of the decision making. And Real Madrid's, it just seems to be off. But look, I'd love to get your views and opinions on it. Is Real Madrid's season over? Is that an exaggeration? Give us your thoughts. Give us your opinions. Let us know in the comment section below.
I couldn't care less if he's
So we
playing
can
or
see
not.
them stink up the place.
I literally, that makes no difference in my life whatsoever if Gabriel Jesus is playing or not. Do you think when Kai Havertz comes back, Kai Havertz will start over Victor Gyökeres?
Here it
Depends what Mikel Arteta thinks is the best shot.
Here I come. Here I come.
Kai Havertz will start over Victor Gyökeres.
It depends what Mikel Arteta thinks is the best option.
Big up Deluded. They all call him CJ on TalkSport. It's obviously his name. I just call him Deluded. But this is the new narrative. And I know some Arsenal fans have pushed this because they want everything in their team to be perfect. But I wasn't surprised. I wasn't expecting it last night, but 3-0 win away from home, 10 changes to the squad, TalkSport, Arteta out as rivals. Let's talk about Gyökeres. And I just look at it and think there's a far bigger conversation to be had than that, considering it's another win, a big win, huge rotation. But let's listen here to what Deluded's response is to this.
Gyökeres.
What do you think? What do you think is the best option?
Actually,
Depends on the opposition we're playing.
I'm fascinated for your.
Look at the press. Look at the press for an option. So you've got to tell us who the best option is, because what rivals are looking for, what Arteta outers are looking for. Interestingly, though, most Arteta outers wanted Gyökeres and not Šeško. So it's a weird one for them to go in on. But they're going to press for this because what rivals want to hear is that Gyökeres should be dropped. Gyökeres shouldn't play games. Let's keep listening.
You're basically just not having Victor Gyökeres here. You're basically giving up.
I'm just trying to do some.
I'm just 2 hours and asking questions about Victor Gyökeres.
I'm
fascinated.
asking questions on to CJ,
Okay.
the deluded Guna, on
I'm
a
on.
player that they signed in the
Deluded
summer,
Guna.
and I just wanted to know whether or not he is interested in Victor Gyökeres. It's not. Sorry, the internet's talking about it. Why can't I?
I've got a lot of time for Gyökeres. I'm not going to write someone.
I'm just asking him a question. Now they have options in Gabriel Jesus. They'll have Kai Havertz back. What is the best option for Arsenal to play?
Depends
It's
on
a
the
very
game.
valid question.
It depends on the game state. If we're playing Manchester City, that's a very different option up front than against you lot. Against you lot, I might start Gyökeres.
You could have played anyone up front.
Yeah, I mean,
you got different profiles.
Terrible example,
don't
yeah.
you?
Well,
Quite
then
different
if we're
options.
playing like Liverpool before they obviously started stinking up the place, Kai Havertz is probably our bread and butter. There's even scope to play both of them, either two up front or one in the place of Odegaard. And this is where I want to see Arteta kind of mix and blend. Obviously, for me with Gyökeres, I'm not going to lie, I just want to see him in the... I know strikers don't just stand in the box, but I just want to see him on the end of things.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in the build-up play. I think we've adapted to Gyökeres. There's a bit more adapting to him. I don't know if Arteta sees him as a first choice. Havertz is fit. I reckon if you were to put a gun to my head, I think Kai Havertz, Gyökeres, Merino. I think Jesus is more of a filler-in kind of guy, wherever he can get in. But we need these options. I don't really care for these individuals. You can get 20 league goals. If we don't win the Prem, I don't care. If Gyökeres scores 10, but we win the trophy, happy as Larry.
Yeah,
Praise
sure.
and Islin.
Perfect answer. I don't think anybody could articulate it better. And this is where Arsenal fans... Look, you had a bad result against Aston Villa where your squad depth was ripped into. But you're going to a very tough place to play football. You go away to Bruges, even more rotation from the Villa game. You smash it 3-0. Noni Madueke deserves a huge amount of credit. I think Arteta for the rotation does. Norgard playing at centre-back deserves a huge amount of credit. Martinelli for his Champions League run. But the main conversation, what about Gyökeres? I didn't like him. Jesus looked better. I mean, Jesus did come on and look better on the ball, but we all know Gabriel Jesus is better on the ball. So I'm not surprised to see that. But what CJ, aka Deluded, said, which I think is so important, is that we're in this situation that options are the most important thing here. I want to see football fans have some honest conversations. Kai Havertz coming back is important for Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres, I don't think, has been at his best either. But I'm giving Victor Gyökeres the same amount of time that I'm giving Wirtz and I'm giving Šeško and I'm giving Alexander Isak. It's funny how Gyökeres isn't getting that, and everybody's trying to paint this narrative of he should be dropped, he should be out the team, he isn't good enough, you should write him off. That is what they're looking for from Arsenal fans. And if I was a Gooner, I wouldn't be pushing for that. I'd just be giving the exact answer that Deluded gave. It's about options. There are times they can play together. There are times where it'd be Kai Havertz. I actually think if Kai Havertz had been fit, it may have been better for Victor Gyökeres to be coming on from the bench, getting up to pace with the way Arsenal play, as opposed to starting so many games. But look, brilliant night for Arsenal last night. The squad was the most important thing. Let's take a look at what was said here on TNT Sports last night.
That squad, and when I say healthy, I mean like the characters in that squad are very healthy. They're all playing for one purpose.
And a year or two ago, they couldn't have given you 3-0 away in third gear.
With a team, yeah.
That would have been, that would have been trickier, would have been tough, but they can go places and just win comfortably. They barely concede any goals, one in the Champions League. That defense is amazing.
Even the makeshift defense of tonight, because no Saliba, no Timber, no Gabriel, no Calafiori.
No.
I really like this from TNT Sport because I'm very harsh on the mainstream because they always pick up fan narrative, which I find ridiculous. What I loved about listening to this last night is it was honest, it was truthful. And if you go and listen to the full segment on TNT Sports on YouTube, it was insightful. Of course, having 10 changes to your first team, that's injured players, dropped players, and players rested. You can't do that away at Aston Villa, away at City, away at Real Madrid, away at PSG. That isn't what having good squad what having good squad depth is about. And I've seen too many fans and too many mainstream media outlets push this narrative that you said you've got a great squad. That means you should be able to handle 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 injuries. You should be able to go anywhere and still be the best team and win. Ridiculous. If the claim was that Arsenal's second team is better than everybody else's first team in Europe, fair enough. But that isn't the claim. And I thought what Arsenal did last night was fantastic. City stole the show, beating Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. But I think what Arsenal did was equally as impressive in its own way. There's a lot of people saying Arsenal should be beating Club Brugge. Yes. But when was the last time, up until maybe this season, that you were confident, that Arteta outers were confident, that the footballing world was confident that Arsenal could make that many changes, some forced, some managerial decisions to their first team and win 3-0 away from home? Have a few hairy moments, yes, because Club Brugge can attack. This is the team, by the way, who drew 3-3 with Barcelona only a few game weeks back. This is the team that beat Villa last year, Unai Emery's Villa last year in the league phase. They are no mugs. They're not the greatest team in the world, but they are no mugs. And fair play to TNT here for doing some actual punditry. I thought it was really good to see.
Oh my God! What's the Welsh bloke? Lee Trundle ever play in the Prem? Yeah. Lee Trundle.
Over Pele.
It's closer than you think.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking.
It is. Oh, that's a
oh my
God.
Oh, but all right. Genuine question. Genuine. No, genuine. This is a genuine.
Taken in their prime, Lee Trundle or Pele?
Right now.
No,
in their prime.
You can't say right now.
No, not right now.
Fucking hell, mate.
Not right now. As in, like, because you have to be very careful with this. Because Lee Trundle is a better footballer than Pele. That I'm not even joking.
Are they talking about
Pele's era? Obviously, yeah.
Are they talking about Graziano Pele, who played for Southampton when China? They can't be talking about the Brazilian the Brazilian superstar Pele. What are we doing here?
Clips in a couple.
No, but in Pele's, you understand what I'm saying though, and you just don't want to say it out loud. You know what I'm saying though.
I don't know, but I think
honestly, Pele.
No,
Yeah,
I think
generation.
Pele's different though. I think Pele's different.
Do you think?
Yeah. I think he's a
seen some of the
level
highlights?
above all the.
Have you seen some of the highlights?
I have, yeah, but you're talking about Pele versus Lee Trundle. I think there's some.
All right, on a technical basis, technically, who's better?
It's got to be Graziano Pele. That was his name, right? Pele, who played for Southampton. Is that how you said his name as well? Are they just playing games here? Yeah, Graziano Pele. How old is he now? He's 40 now. Is he still playing football? Is he still playing? Oh, he ain't in China anymore. Oh, no, he retired ages ago. I liked him. When he was in the Premier League, I thought he was a good player. I was surprised no other Premier League, but he got offered loads of money to go and play, didn't he? And loads of money to go and play in China. They've got to be talking about him. They can't be talking. Someone let me know, because they posted the clip, by the way. Someone just sent it to me. That can't be about Pele. Not our Pele. It's got to be Southampton's Pele. Let me know, people. Listen, as ever, thank you for tuning in to Killing the Game. And I haven't done the montages. I've been trying to rest up a little bit. You can still hear it. I've had a really bad cold and flu the last week or so. So I'm just trying to get it cleared up. The montages will be back soon. But I have to get up a lot earlier for them. And I've just been trying to sleep in a bit and get myself a bit better. As ever, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, people, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you soon. Peace.